At 7:47 at KNEB, time for News Extra. Today brought to you by Intralinks. I'm Dennis Ernest, and our guest this morning is Billy Estes, here to visit about all things Midwest Theater.
Good morning, Dennis.
Morning, Billy. What's going on?
Well, we have community cinema tomorrow evening. This month's feature film is called Solar Mamas. It takes place at a barefoot college in India, and premise of the film is bringing women that are, uneducated. Often, many of them didn't read, from multiple countries around the globe to this college to learn to become solar engineers, to go back to their communities or villages and become that leader right there in their in their villages. And I think I when I screened it, the most heartwarming piece that came to me was the camaraderie that these women had together, because many of them had to leave their families and go away for 6 months and then come back. So it was a really heartwarming story, but it's also, on the flip side, it's the reality of where we live at now, and we all we need to educate all of us to be better people, and I think that's what the purpose of the project is.
So when do you screen that?
That's tomorrow night, the 15th, at 7:30. Admission's free, and then Colin Croft will be on hand. I know Wendy Wells will be there as well. And I forget the other guest's name, but this is one of our films that we're partnering with the Scottsbluff News chapter, and so there'll be a few ladies on hand to address women education issues and how even in our community in Scottsbluff can have an impact on a global level with programs with Seroptimus.
Mm-hmm. So you have a discussion.
After the film tomorrow evening. So usually, we try to keep the evening to an hour and a half-ish in there somewhere, and of course you're always welcome just to come and watch the film and leave at that time if you want, or you're welcome to stay and join us for the discussion, and usually there's a reward of homemade cookies after the discussion. There's always that little bonus, and I don't steer far from very many cookies if I see them ever. So
yeah. So again, tomorrow evening, 7:30, and that's at the theater.
Yeah, at the theater.
Right. Okay. So community cinema tomorrow evening. You have a very special group coming in here at the end of the month, and we wanted to visit a little bit about them.
Yeah, on Wednesday the 28th, so the Wednesday after Thanksgiving, we have Tonic Solfa coming to the theater. I've been working on this project a while, and I'm excited to have them come in on their holiday tour. We originally thought we were just going to get them for one of their, I guess, normal or everyday tours, but we were excited to land a holiday date with them. So they will be singing many of their familiar numbers with, if anybody, I know that there's listeners here in the community because they've came into the theater and said, "Oh, we can't believe you're having them come here." But they've been described as a group that is Rat Pack meets Glee. So it's a 4-part male a cappella group, no instrumentation, and I will tell you, they can do things with their voices that I think most of us can only dream about doing with an instrument. Being assisted by something mechanically. So that's Wednesday the 28th.
I YouTubed them right after I saw they were coming, and I just, wow.
Yes,
and I will.
Tickets are moving and have moved quickly through the process of them being on sale since August. If you're looking for tickets on the main floor, it's time to get them bought. Plenty of room in the balcony. Of course, I would love to say we'll have tickets the night of the show, but I would love it if it sold out just as much. So it's after Thanksgiving, but it's time to start thinking about getting ourselves into the holiday spirit, and I think this is a way to get that jump started, and should be a great evening. Tickets are $18 for members on the main floor and $22 for non-members. All balcony seats are $18, and then there's a family packet in the balcony as well.
Mm-hmm. And again, because of the timing, you do get their holiday show.
Yes. So their 12 Days of Christmas is one of them that it cracks me up every time I listen to it. They travel with an extensive light show, so the theater will be lit up like it probably hasn't been lit up before, and it's going to be a great evening.
Where are they based out of? Where are they coming from?
Based out of Minneapolis, St. Paul area, and they perform up there all the time. They've been around for 10 or 12 years, it looks like, and I saw them showcase and just was instantly kind of fell in love with the way that they sounded and their energy on the stage and the way that they play off the audience. So come down and have a good holiday laugh and get ready for
It's 4, right? It's four
guys. Yep.
Yeah. So again, a cappella and wonderful harmony, obviously.
Yeah, the New York Times has described them as a vocal kaleidoscope, which I think is an interesting way to look at it. If you think about looking into a kaleidoscope and turning it, and all the colors that you see, And if you compare that to all the vocal tones in your voice, should be a good evening.
Yeah. Again, November 28th, week after Thanksgiving on a Wednesday night.
It's a Wednesday night.
Right. And at what time?
7:30. Doors
Okay.
are 6:45.
All right, very good. Now, we have some other special events coming to the Midwest Theater. We'll visit with Billy about those right after these words.
Keep a wireless computer network secure. With their years of professional service, you can trust Intralink's technical solutions to keep your small or medium
Since I don't have Rob here to talk sports, we're fine on time.
Okay. I can talk a little longer. The following week of December 6th, 7, 8, 9, we have Christmas Carol too, so we could go over
Yeah,
there if you wanted to.
let's hit that before.
Intralinks on Facebook at intralinks.net/Facebook.
And again, our special guest is Billy Estes here on our News Extra program and talking all things Midwest theater. We are getting into the heart of the holiday season and or will be soon. And as we mentioned, the Tonic Sofa concert on November 28th. Now, we also love to showcase local talent, and you're going to be doing that here down the road as well.
Yeah, on Friday the 30th, so just a couple of days after Tonic Sofa, Rita Stenner and the vocal music program at WNCC will be at the theater presenting Cookies, Christmas, and Cheer. This is a program that they've produced or presented a couple of times over the last few years, but they're going to bring it to the Midwest this year. It is at 7:30. Admission is free. There is a suggested $5 donation. Those funds will be going to the Taylor Goley Memorial Scholarship Fund that Rita is working on setting up at the college for vocal music students. For those of you that didn't know Taylor, he was one of her students and did many things at the Midwest. So, but come down for that little evening of good music on Friday the 30th at 7:30. And then that weekend we have a film that I'm excited on many levels to present, a film called Samsara. It is a documentary with no dialogue by Ron Fricke and David Mickelson. We showed a film of this series a few years ago.
You mean no narration?
There's no narration to it. And there's
Yeah.
no real dialogue in it as well as
Really?
as far as if we were being filmed and put into it of us talking, a conversational dialogue as well. There may be sounds that sound like vocals, but it's essentially it is about the moving images and the music. The word samsara is a Sanskrit word that means the wheel of life. And we're going to be doing a movie talk Saturday evening after the screening. I'll be there to talk about what you just saw or what you didn't see or what you thought about it. It was shot over 25 countries over the last 7 years on 70mm film. So the images are breathtakingly huge, and it's an experience not to be missed, according to the New York Times. I've seen this director's other work, and I think we're in for a treat. And I think more importantly, I'm excited about being able to show a 35mm print of it before we change. It'll be something that will be, it'll be very vivid. So that's December 1st and 2nd, Samsara. And Google the trailer, get on New York Times. There's lots of reviews out there on it. And then the following weekend, December 7th, 8th, and 9th, we will have WNCC's theater department at the theater with Byron Allen starring as Scrooge. I have not heard the rest of the cast, but I know that they are in rehearsal and prepping for that as well. That's been a Christmas tradition at the theater for, I would say this is maybe 6 or maybe 7 years that we've done it in a row. So it's always another good way to get in that spirit as well. So Christmas Carol.
All right, very good. All things Midwest. Billy, thanks for coming by.
Thanks, and come down and see us.
You bet.